entertainment capital of the world, it's the Joe Cortez Show.
Hello and welcome to the Joe Cortez Show here in Las Vegas, Nevada, the entertainment capital of the world, and of course the boxing capital of the world. And we'll be talking about boxing on this particular segment. We'll be talking here with a dear guest, a special guest, Michelle Corrales-Lewis, who is the president of the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. This weekend we have a grand opening, but first we want to welcome you on the show, Michelle.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
It is so pleasure. What a pleasure having a beautiful face like yours on our show today.
Thank you.
And is not only a beautiful person, but inside and outside. And we know everything that you give to the sport of boxing. And Michelle was married to Diego Corrales. May he rest in peace. He was one of my favorite champions of all time because he had the biggest heart, not only inside the ring, but outside the ring as well, especially with the kids.
Yes, he did.
He showed a lot of love and a lot of attention. He was always involved with different activities here in Las Vegas with the kids. But talk to us a little bit about the epic fight he had with Castillo.
You know, I often say that both guys left so much of themselves in the ring. Diego had a mission. He had a plan. He was not going to let that fight go by without his hand being raised at the end as the winner. And as we can see, that's how he fought. I mean, it was a phone booth the entire fight, as they say. And he was just determined that no matter what obstacle or what punch hit him, he was going to rise and become the victor of that epic battle. I
remember it was such a great fight, and 20 weeks of referee. Thank God it was 20 weeks in that fight, because 20 weeks saw something.
Thank God.
He saw something that nobody else saw as a referee. And believe me, being a referee myself, you have to be at the right place, at the right time, at the right moment, not a punch too soon, not a punch too late. He saw something was happening after Diego got dropped. And Diego, his mouthpiece came out, and 20 weeks deducted a point, had his mouthpiece replaced, and everybody said he's going to get knocked out. Now he's ready to go, and his coach, his trainer, Joe Goosen, put the mouthpiece in the mouth, and they sent it back out again. 20 weeks called time in, and they came at each other again, and Diego Corrales got like a second win. His eye was almost closed complete, and he came back and caught Castillo up against the ropes, a combination of punches, and then Diego Corrales just finished with one good right hand, good left foot, and 20 Weeks jumps in because this guy, Castillo, was out on his feet. He was in a concussive episode. I mean,
yeah.
The whole fight going through my mind right now. I can actually see it. I don't even have to look at the photo or the video. I can see that that's a picturesque punches and stoppage that Tony Weeks did that afternoon, that evening. It was one of the greatest fights of all times.
Thank you so much. You're absolutely right. You actually recalled that fight, even though it was so many years ago now. You actually recalled it perfect to a T. That round 10 will definitely go down in history because it was amazing to go down twice and come back and win. Yeah.
And because of events like that and fights like that, we have a museum that's being opened there finally this coming Saturday, and the founder of the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame Museum is Rich Marotta. Rich Marotta was the founder of the museum of the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame, but then the museum thing came about. Here's Rich Marotta there, and he looks. I love his black T-shirt. He looks like a nice. Light heavyweight. He looked like a good heavyweight in shape, ready to go himself. Rich Marotta, we take our hat off to you for all the work and effort he put into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. Now, you came on as president about, actually 2016, but you're already in the trenches 2014.
Absolutely.
Doing all the behind-the-scenes work, right?
Yes. Diego was a part of, as yourself, the inaugural year, which was 2013, was the first induction. And once just being around our boxing family again, I felt so loved and embraced that I just wanted to do whatever I could do to help the Hall of Fame. And I just got involved. You know, it started with events, it started with decor and doing special fundraising events to where we are today, which is being president. So it was just something I was so happy to attach myself to honor the history and the legacies of the champions that's done so much in the ring.
Yeah, well, I think that they got the right person for the right position, not only because you've just so dedicated to the Nevada Hall of Fame, but because of your passion for boxing and being that your husband, Diego Corrales, may he rest in peace, he was in a motorcycle accident about, 12 years ago?
Yes.
And he passed, and because of that passion that you have for boxing, I think they got the right person for the right position as president.
Thank you.
You are very dedicated. I know you do a lot. You're working day and night. I know your phone must be blowing off every day. So many calls, people with what's going on with the Hall of Fame. But now that we have a new museum that has come about here at the Boulevard Mall in Las Vegas, Nevada. The opening, the grand opening is this coming Saturday.
Yes.
At the ribbon cutting. Can you walk us through this? How did this come about?
Yes. Well, we were introduced to the Heads Up Las Vegas crew by a loved one of the hall, which we so thank that person who made that introduction. And the owners of Heads Up, they embraced it. They embraced boxing. They embraced the concept. And as you know, with many meetings, with Nevada being the fight capital of the world, there should have been something here already that we can now tell fans to visit from all over the world. Hey, come in and look at this part of history in Nevada. And now we're just so excited, even though it's 7 years in the making, to be able to offer that. 7 days a week, you're in Las Vegas, come by and visit. Prior to this grand opening, we're kicking it off on a wonderful weekend because there's boxing. What better way to do a grand opening is right before the eve of fight. So we're going to start showing our support to the community, showing our support to boxing by kicking off the weekend Friday, June 21st with the blood drive that will honor boxing in general, show that our champions that live right here in Nevada and our boxing community love to give back to the community and help save lives. That was important to us. Saturday, 6 p.m. at Heads Up, we're going right into the grand opening and ribbon cutting of our exhibit, and it's actually going to be a star-studded event with champions and inductees and, the president of the WBC, Mauricio Suleiman, and we're just going to get the blessing of the boxing community and those that have supported us over the previous 6 years as we're coming into our 7th year here in Nevada. And then on Sunday, we have boxing. I mean, how iconic. We started off with a community event. We have a wonderful fun party, which is what the Hall of Fame is about when we're honoring the legends in the sport. And then we ended with some wonderful boxing matches with the Charlo versus Cotta fight. Yeah,
it's going to be amazing. She said it all right there. But let me tell you that this Heads Up museum is a trick art museum, the 3D trick art museum. In other words, they do paintings on the wall where you can actually get in the painting, they take a photo, and it looks like you're part of the painting. And that's an amazing concept. It's probably the only one here in the country. And they really have a big 50,000 square foot facility. And they were able to give us 2,000 square feet for the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. And I know I was supposed to be involved with something with boxing with them, with a mural and whatnot. As we're talking, having these meetings, I decided to bring up, here's a picture of some of the trick art at the Heads Up Museum.
Yes.
So I was talking with Chad and Tim in reference to the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. I said, I feel like the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame needs a location. This place is so big. Why don't we put something here with boxing, being that this is the boxing capital of the world? And they feel like, well, Joe, it's not a bad idea. What do you need? I said, let me call Michelle and run it by Michelle first, because I think if we got a location here, we want to take advantage of it and do what we have to do to keep boxing alive. And of course, the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame, the boxing capital of the world, we're the only state that has a Hall of Fame. You have Hall of Fames all over the country. Nevada had the Nevada Hall of Fame, but no facility. New York, New Jersey, California, Arizona, Chicago, you name it, Texas, they all got Hall of Fame, but they don't have a facility. This is the first and only boxing museum in the whole country. So we're honored to say that we are first with the boxing capital of the world and first with the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. Right. Michelle, this is like a dream come true for all of us.
It is, and it's fun. It's interactive. We couldn't have asked for a better location and partner with Heads Up because it's all about family.
Right.
And what is boxing about? Right. It's about family.
Exactly.
You bring your kids out, you have a fun day, the 3D trick art, the escape rooms that they offer there. It's just one big happy place and facility that you can go and spend hours and hours and want to visit multiple times, which our exhibit, we're so excited, is interactive.
Exactly.
So we're actually going to have items for you to do. You're going to look at some of the history, look at the artifacts of boxing here in Nevada, but you're also going to be able to feel it and touch it with the heavy bags.
We're going to have heavy bags. We're going to have two heavy bags, speed bags. I'll be there giving some instructions, and have some of the champions will come in, Sean Porter, And so many, Evander Holyfield was there the other day for the giving of the blessing.
He sure was. He came by just to take a look at what we had going on while he was in town for a fight. And we just, we thank all of our legends and champions like that. And actually, he's looking forward to coming back when we're open and full-fledged to be on hand to see the fans,
Exactly. You saw a photo there, Julio Cesar Chavez and myself, when we were in the inaugural class of 2013 when we got inducted. And it was such a great honor. I mean, it was something. I was the first inductee that night, and to me that was like a big surprise. But it was a blessing in disguise because of that. I've always said to myself, I got to give something back to the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. I mean, I've given so much with all my fights as a referee, but that's not enough for me. Now this here puts the frosting on the cake, because now
Yes,
we do
it
have a
does.
Nevada Hall of Fame. I said, and I was involved with this. I brought this idea in for Nevada. I said, this is what makes me feel now like I did something really good for the Nevada Boxing Hall of
You
Fame.
did, yeah.
So I'm paying back. I'm paying it forward. Like I tell you guys out there, pay it forward. No better feeling in the world than that. Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame came first. My mural and all that stuff, we put that aside. And we'll do that later. Let's take care of the Nevada Hall of Fame first. And we did.
We sure did. We're still working on it, but it's going to be an epic opening this Saturday night. And all we can do is say it's a blessing, and we thank you so much for the introduction and just making that promise to yourself and to us that you wanted to help us make a difference. And that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And we're going to make a difference every day.
We're going to every day, because you're going to come by it's at the Boulevard Mall on Maryland Parkway in Las Vegas, Nevada. And if you want to reach out to get a ticket to come into the event, you can go online and...
Yeah, absolutely. You can go online at our website directly, NVBHOF.com, or you can visit headsupvegas.com. Either one of the locations you can get a ticket for Saturday night. All the tickets will include, it's an open bar, it's food included. We're actually going to give every single attendee who purchases a ticket a special gift for the boxing, for the iconic fight that's happening here. We're going to have fight posters, we're going to have giveaways, drawings, we're going to have champions there. I mean, I tell everyone, you can buy the most expensive ticket of the night of a fight to watch a champion compete, but you'll never be up close and personal and share a soda or a bottle of water and a nice conversation unless you attend some of the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame events.
Exactly.
Because this is where they let their hair down. This is where they're there for the fans, and they truly get to spend time with the champions and ask them questions. Hey, how'd you feel when this person hit you or knocked you down? Or, what do you think about boxing in general? And that's some of the fun that our fans have expressed, that they get up close and personal with the champions.
Exactly.
And that's what we like.
No question about it. I'm glad everybody can let their hair down. I can't, but I used to let my hair down years ago, but now I'm here trying. I got a little hair on my eyebrows. That's about it. Maybe one day I can end up growing them and put them over my head. But all kidding aside, this event Saturday night is going to be one of the best events. I'm going to be hosting the show along with Michelle and Rich Marata. There's so many individuals I'm going to call up so they can say some special words about the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. But this event is one of a kind. It is the first one ever in Nevada, because it is the first museum that we have that we can say this is something that we needed years ago. I mean, thank God that Rich Marata came up with the concept 7 years ago. Rich Marata was a sports broadcaster for many years. He's known more as a broadcaster, but he had something in his head about creating a Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. Yeah. And here we got it, and we got the right guy, because, man, what a heart he has. He came by the other day, and I could see almost like tears coming to his eyes, because he was like, oh, my God, we finally have a facility. That's always been my dream.
Yes,
and we got it, so I'm glad that we're able to make that happen while he's still alive, but we're all still alive, and able to say, yeah, this is our dream, this is what we wanted to do. We love boxing so much. We have so much care for not only boxing, but for all the fans that love boxing so much. They're going to be there in a one-on-one with us. You come into the museum, I raise your hand up, we take a photos together. They're in the ring. We get so much. I teach you little boxing classes on the heavy bag, along with so many champions that will be there. And every weekend, Saturdays, Sundays, we're definitely going to have some world champion or former champion there to go over, give you some classes on how to throw the jabs, the right hand, how to hit the speed bag, jumps on rope, and maybe do a little pass with the gloves. There will be no contact, but no contact boxing, but we have a professional boxing ring that will be in place 3 feet off the ground. It'll be a nice background. I mean, you're going to think you got the MGM for a big fight yourself.
You know, it goes right in hand with the 3D trick art. Get immersed in boxing. Know what it feels like to try on some robes. We have title boxing robes and shoes and trunks and gloves and mitts. I mean, you can come out and really be able to just outfit yourself like a champion and get in the ring and take all the wonderful pictures you can think to take.
Yeah, a beautiful picture of Evander Holyfield with Michelle a couple of days ago at the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame, right in front of the logo. That's painted right there in the at the museum. Evander Holyfield, one of my favorite fighters of all time. I had the honor of refereeing Evander about 3 or 4 times throughout his career. I remember the epic fights with Riddick Bowe, 1 and 3 were great fights. I mean, there were 3 great fights. I remember the Fan Man, when the Fan Man came in, and he came into that ring, and the fight was stopped for 27 minutes. And then that was the only fight that Riddick Bowe has ever lost. I wonder if that 27-minute delay had something to do with the outcome of the fight.
You'll never know.
You know, because they were set to be so heated up, and then it was outdoor arena. Now they get cold out there for 27 minutes and come back and get back into the groove. It was kind of difficult for both fighters. But Evander Holyfield pulled out a decision there, and then the third fight, Riddick Bowe got his title back. But Evander Holyfield, what a champion and what a person. One of the nicest guys you want to meet. And he'll be one of our regular guests at the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. You never know when you're going to be there. That's the good thing about the Nevada Hall of Fame. They'll be open from 9 to 10 p.m. every day. And, you know, we're going to have an event every month at the Nevada Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Talk to us about the artwork that's going to be auctioned off.
We have some beautiful artwork that's being created by the commission artist that's actually at Heads Up, and she's doing her own rendition, Jamie is, of different pieces, iconic boxing pieces. And I don't want to reveal too much here, but I tell you what, she has some really fun, her vision is impeccable. So what she's going to do and create with some of our legendary photos of boxing, I think the world is going to love and want to have that in their house, or at least a copy or a lithograph or something of her paintings, because what she's going to offer is amazing. But on top of that, you're going to come out there and see iconic pieces of history. I mean, Tommy Hearns' boxing shoes from Kronk, and Diego Corrales' robe when he fought Jose Luis Castillo, and shoes and trunks from the epic battles of Eric Morales and Barrera, you know, and Marco Antonio Barrera. I mean, these things that we're going to sit here now and remind you of some of the epic, you can't forget them. You know, the most memorable bouts that happened right here in Nevada. Right. We're now going to take you back a little bit as you get to have fun and celebrate and be a part of it yourself. I mean, it's going to be a fun exhibit to visit and be a part of.
Exactly, and not only that, you know, being that I was the referee in so many of those epic battles here in Las Vegas, I'm going to be there to talk to you about these fights. We have videos going on about these fights that took place here in the past. So I'll be able to shake hands with you and show you. You'll be watching me on the video doing these epic fights. I'll be there in person to raise your hand up in the air like you're my champion. And everybody that comes there, of course, is a champion. Anybody that comes in is my undisputed champion when you come to the Nevada Hall of Fame. But one more surprise that I'm going to tell you guys, I'm not going to hide this from nobody. I'm going to have a ring, an exhibit of a ring, Muhammad Ali ring. It'll be an exhibit. It'll be in a nice case. It'll be one of the highlights of the whole museum, Muhammad Ali ring. It's rubies and diamonds. Ali and diamonds. It's going to be the most beautiful ring you want to see. Nice. That's going to be part of our exhibit that will be shown Saturday night, and of course it'll be there throughout the period of time that Nevada Hall of Fame will be here until the building caves in and everything. Muhammad Ali ring will be staying there all by itself always, because that is really a precious piece of memorabilia you can't miss.
That's right. That's right. And there's so much for the fans to come out and enjoy just like that. And actually, we're going to keep it evolving. We're going to actually rotate it out so that you can come out multiple times. Every time you're in Las Vegas, we want you to have an urge and a need to go out and visit the Hall of Fame. Yeah, because we're going to make it fun for you.
Yeah, I want to see you fans from all over the world. I know you have a lot of fans coming, especially from the United Kingdom. I know you always come to Vegas. Always a big fan base. you got to come. Make sure that Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame is one of your stops in Las Vegas. We're not on the Strip. We're right a couple of about 4 miles from the Strip. Maybe I think it's 3 miles from the Strip.
Yeah,
really
very
close.
close.
Very close. You can even walk there if you want to. I just recommend get on an Uber. You can use your football bills, but I'd rather you catch an Uber and make it over. But definitely the Nevada Hall of Fame is must-see location. So when you come on that trip to Vegas, Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame, make sure you take a day out for that because you're going to spend half a day, 3 or 4 hours there, just enjoying yourself. It's something unbelievable like you've never seen before. All that trick art, Chad and Tim is just, and it's just, these guys are unbelievable. And Jamie, who's the artist, she's unbelievable. They're going to be doing, you're going to have a monthly event, and Jamie's going to have an art piece of artwork. The artwork is about 3 feet by 5 feet tall. It's a huge painting on canvas, and she's going to have one every month for every event. We're supposed to be having, from what I understand, 12 pieces of art a year.
Nice, yeah,
at the Hall of Fame.
Exactly.
So they'll be auctioned off every month when we have an event there. And you can purchase. Come bring in your wallet because you're gonna spend. The people outbidding you for these 2 pieces of artwork. All kinds of great champions, pictures of great fights that you wish to have in your big living room, the entry foyer of your house. You can't. If you're a real fight fan, you want to have that piece of artwork there. That's for sure.
Absolutely. And then you also want to come out and remember that we have our annual induction. That's happening here in August 9th and 10th, at the Red Rock Hotel. We're going to definitely shuttle all the fans that attend that over to our museum and exhibit. The champions, people like Bernard Hopkins and Juan Manuel Marquez and Chiquita Gonzalez. I mean, we're bringing out so many legendary champions that, of course, is going to bless the hall.
Exactly.
So you want to come out and be a part of that time.
Now, who are some of the inductees that you can, on the top of your head, can you remember going to be inducted this year?
Right. Just named a few of them. Those are just going in this year. We have Hassan Rahman, Joel Casamayor, Olympic gold medalist, of course, with him. We have Dwayne Ford, some of our legendary supporters of the boxing of sport. You name it. We have Dan Goosen. I mean, how can we not, induct a man who gave us so many of the fights here as a promoter?
Mark Riesman.
Yeah, Mark Riesman is an attorney that's been working in boxing for many, many years. What we try to do is honor the legends as far as the champions, but then also those people that help those guys along their way in their career. Exactly. So, and that's a whole group of people. There's the promoters, there's the writers, there's the broadcasters, and we like to give them all a little piece of history and make them a part of ours. But our induction is every one of our living inductees are confirmed. Like I said, we're flying in Chiquita Gonzalez, we're flying in Juan Manuel Marquez, Bernard Hopkins, you name it, they're going to all be. Terry Norris is coming back in. He had some great fights here in Las Vegas. Yeah. We're just actually going to bring the champions together. Not to mention, there's usually about at least 30, 40 guys. So whether you're being inducted or if you've been inducted, everyone wants to come out and be a part. As I'm driving here today, Joe, I get a phone call from Ray Mercer. Ray Mercer's texting. He'll be in town. Iran Barkley, they'll be here. I mean, they just love to come out and support.
I remember refereeing Iran Barkley against Roberto Duran. What an epic battle that was. And Barkley was the middleweight champion of the world, and Roberto Duran took the title that night. But Iran Barkley is one of my favorites of all times as well. He's always been around, got inducted into the International Hall of Fame, and he's just been one of my favorites. He's a real good champ.
Yeah, he is, and they're nice guys.
Oh, yeah.
You think about him in the ring, and you're like, ooh, I'm a little taken back. I'm a little afraid. I wouldn't want to bump into him in the supermarket, like even Evander. But they're the sweetest, most humble guys, and that's what we like to promote. And during our induction weekend, we actually start that off with a wonderful meet and greet. That's on Friday from 11 to 4 of all the champions.
And the meet and greet going to be right there?
At the Red Rock Hotel.
At the Red Rock Hotel.
And all of our information is at our site.
That's 11 to 4.
Yes, 11 to 4.
And all the info is on your website.
It sure is. And then we have something that we do to support boxing and the amateurs. We do a Green Belt Challenge, the WBC Green Belt Challenge right here, where we have 10 minimum amateur fights. And I mean, these kids pull out all the stops and they really support it. And it's so fun to watch them of all ages come out and actually give a show and a performance in front of these champions.
Right.
So they feel so special. They're sitting there boxing in front of Tommy Hearns or Riddick Bowe or any of these wonderful champions, Sugar Shane Mosley. They're in there presenting these kids with awards and give them something to look up to. These guys are inductees into the Hall of Fame and they're giving you your belt or your medal. You know, it's actually a priceless moment.
Yeah, it is, and it's very inspirational to these kids because they feel like, wow, now I really want to be a champion just like them, you know.
Exactly.
They inspired to be like these champions because these champions really come out, because this is where the champions came from. They came up the same way these kids, so they're paying it back to the community to show them that, you know, they got their support. And who else better than when you look at a champion, say, oh, that's been my idol all these years, and now he's presenting me with a medal.
Exactly.
That made me want to train harder and become a champion. And I say to those individuals out there, there's so many fighters out there, only a handful become champions. But anybody that gets into boxing, just stepping up to 3 steps into the ring, you're already a champion. And if you're not a champion in the boxing world, you're a champion in life. And that's what we want to do, make you champions in life. Make sure these young kids and you adults out there, we need your support and your help. Anything you can do to help the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. And with these local gyms, the Richard Steele Boxing Club, Richard Steele Hall of Famer, Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame, he will be there too. And Richard is also an International Boxing Hall of Fame referee. So we're all going to have all these individuals that give us support, but we want you fans out there to reach out to the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. If you're a true fan of boxing, you're passionate for the sport, you know, put your money where your mouth is at, or bring something into the Nevada Hall of Fame and donate something to the Hall of Fame. If you have some posters or boxing gloves or trunks or anything you may have that you may want to donate to the Boxing Hall of Fame, go online. Reach out to Michelle Corrales-Lewis, and she'll be more than glad to tell you how to ship whatever you want to give to the Nevada Hall of Fame or loan to the Hall of Fame. You don't necessarily have to give it away. You can loan it, and you know, you get it back. But just make sure that you reach out to us so we can make all the arrangements to get your memorabilia put in on the exhibit at the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame here at the Heads Up Museum at the Boulevard Mall in Las Vegas, Nevada, the boxing capital of the world.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, Michelle, tell me a little bit more before we wrap it up. We got one round to go. 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Come on,
go.
1 round. So let's go. This is the last round.
Let's go.
So they give them a good knockout punch. So what else can you tell us about the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame? And what is it that the fans will expect to see come their way in the very near future?
We have so many events on the horizon that we do. For instance, when we talked about the blood drive, you know, we like to give back to the community. We actually do tons of events where we go out and we support the kids curing with cancer. We call it Cure for the Kids. We call it Knockout Chemo. And we support chemo parties, the bell ringing. We make them feel like champions. Our role in the community and within boxing, and as we work with all of these world champions, it's really just to show people that these guys are real. And boxers, they care. Champions care. And they want to get out here and put their hands in the community and touch it. And what we do as Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame is we facilitate it. So when there's events for, we had a knockout obesity, we had a knockout diabetes, you know, we do everything we can do to get out here in the community, put our hands on the ground, our feet on the ground, bring the champions that are here and available and willing to come out and support, bring them so that you, whether you're having a bad day, whether it's senior citizens, to go through the hospitals and give them a smile and take a picture and bring out a championship belt. You know, we want to make you feel like a champion in life, just like what you mentioned, because there's so many people walking around here every day with their own struggle, their own problem, their own championship story of something that they've, overcome or what have you. And we want to just show them that we hear you, we support you, and we want you to come out and be a part of what we're giving back to the community every day you can. You know, that's why we're so excited for Heads Up. We are now in a facility 7 days a week. Come out, be a part of it. Tell us how much you love boxing. And if you have something you want to display, like you said, we're here to put it in and incorporate it into an exhibit. And then you can tell all your friends and family, hey, go see my XYZ over at this exhibit. We would love to facilitate that for everyone around the world that have something that they may want to display on there. But and as we announce every event that we have, we just ask you to just support it. Go to NVBHOF.com and we'll have tons of announcements on a regular basis of different little surprise and sneak peeks into the hall.
Well, you heard it there from Michelle Corrales-Lewis here at the Las Vegas boxing capital of the world. And I can tell you, fans, this is a must-see exhibit this coming Saturday, June 22nd, here in Las Vegas at the Boulevard Mall on Maryland Parkway. I can tell you guys, it's a must-see event. Make sure if you can't make this event, we have events every month coming out thereafter. God bless you. Take care of yourself. We'll see you at the Hall of Fame Saturday night.
Thank you, Joe.
My champ.
Thank you.